in the rain, man, I'd rather battle with flames. Head tainted by cloudy judgment, it's overcast in my brain. Explain the weather to me like a 5-year-old. I don't know why the snow is piling up on the bathroom counter, but that's kinda dope. I've eloped to a separate plane through the moon and stars. Truth is lost when she said I do. Was my coup de grace, who the boss? I've requested time off to remove the frost. Both you and your crew will get clipped together like the shoes at Ross. It's a food for thought, I'm sick of watching your noodle rot. Content watered down, it's obvious you tossed up for too much sauce. And you ain't raw, man, knew your music was doomed to flop. Worse than an X-ray in Austin Powers after his judo chop. Shoot your shot, don't sit and be bitter, fam. I'm an innovator, you just in a van. I can eat your verse, but I got dinner plans. Most haters had been a fan till they caught the girl with a different man. And I didn't plan to DM till they sent me one over Instagram.
Against my window.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hola.
Hi.
We're gathered here.
Gosh, is my internet going to be ass tonight?
Is it? What? Why would you say that randomly?
Because you guys are frozen.
Oh, I mean that might be a good thing to tell us. Okay, all right. Well, we're here.
I'm cool as shit.
Is that what freezes internet? Being cool?
Yeah. Bars.
All right. Well, it's December 17th, 2023, the year of our Lord and Savior, Little B, the bass god. How's everybody doing this fine evening?
So based.
Nikki?
You so what?
He's so based. Don't you know who Little B is?
Face to the face, son.
I'm doing good. I am festive tonight.
How's everybody's fantasy football teams doing?
You had to go there. My fantasy football team is a fucking dumpster fire. I'm out. I was out of the playoffs. So.
What happened? I thought you were doing good.
Literally, it's 1 week after another. I was doing good, and then just one crazy freak accident after another, and before you know it, you're out of the playoffs.
So you just have to sit and watch while others continue to have fun in the league?
So what I did was I put like $30 on the line for my daily fantasies and then didn't watch any of the games. But no, that's not working either.
I want to put $30 towards a daily fantasy too.
Can you not gamble in Texas?
Oh, I wasn't talking about gambling.
Okay.
How are you going to do that then?
Oh, his daily fantasy is a little different than football.
Just subscribe to random OnlyFans accounts. Here's 30. Here's another 30.
I mean, that sounds like very on par for what you would do.
Really? Does that seem on brand for me, subscribing to random OnlyFans?
Yeah, you subscribe to Almighty VAs. I
don't. His got deleted because false advertising.
Because of fraud.
Yeah.
People are like, I came for the dick, not for you eating ramen.
Wrong kind of nudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nikki, you still playing fantasy football?
I am. One, I just got kicked out of the playoffs, but the other one, I just clinched semis.
That's all right. Nice.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna win?
I hope so. It's my girls' league. I'm the commissioner of it.
Isn't that
Sex in the City?
Conflict of interest to be the commissioner and like competing in the league?
I don't think
no,
so.
because I currently have held
it.
the last place toilet trophy for 2 years in a row, and I won the martini trophy.
Toilet trophy. You have an actual physical toilet trophy?
I do. It says, I think we engraved it with, like, because your season stunk, or your toilet season, whatever. But yeah, it's a toilet bowl. I'll show it on the next podcast. It's in a box.
What is the prize in your league, Bird?
So we had $100 buy-in and 12 people.
We do 50.
So I think, like, we do prizes for first, second, and third. So I think it's 600 or 700 for the winner.
Oh dang.
No,
Yeah.
no insane dares or, wagers on the line. Just money.
No, just money, and we don't do anything crazy for the last place either. So maybe one day.
Yeah. No, we just have a toilet trophy.
It's pretty
But we
off-brand.
do. We have a $50 buy-in, so it's like
Hmm.
pretty off-brand for Bird.
Yeah. Well, no punishment at all. Just straight cash
Yeah.
compete.
I mean, I'm also a bloodthirsty capitalist, so there's that.
Mm.
That's kind of on brand.
I guess there's bragging rights. It's fair.
Yeah, I'm still gonna talk my shit. Just not this
Nikki,
season.
what's up with the glowing object behind you?
What? The Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Is that what that
It's
is?
Christmas almost. This was like our almost Christmas podcast. I figure we're probably not going to pod. You guys are cutting in and out. I'm sorry. I might have to trade a hard line.
I mean, we're just listening to you talk.
You can hear me? I feel like I keep cutting you off because like then all of a sudden I'm not talking about the same thing you are.
No, you're coming in
Not
fine.
any different on our end. Yeah.
Perfect. It's real hard for me to put it together, but if it's working for you, I'll make it work. Mm.
No.
Thumbs up from us.
Mm.
Okay.
So yes, a Christmas tree.
Did you decorate that yourself?
Oh God, I didn't hear it.
Did you
It
decorate
was
it
basically
yourself?
pre-decorated.
Oh, pre-decorated? That's a cop
No.
out.
That looks like a pre-decorated, but also like, who cares? You know what I mean?
I think
Like-
the diehard Christian, well, not Christians, but Christmas people would care.
Diehard Christmas people are fucking weirdos. I know this is a hot take, but fuck them.
Really? You're not all for the Christmas tree goes up day
I
after
love
Thanksgiving?
Christmas, but I'm the person that would put it up the day after Halloween.
Oh, that's a little early.
What?
I said that's a little early. Day after Halloween, like
I
November.
listen to Christmas music year round.
Why?
Why not? It's happy music.
What's up, Terrace?
Oh,
Terrorists.
There's Taurus in the chat.
Berg, when do you have a Christmas tree?
No. My mom has a Christmas tree back home, and I'm gonna go celebrate Christmas with her. But also, like, because of that, like, why do I want a bunch of pine needles in my fucking empty ass house? You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it for me.
I mean, maybe your dog would enjoy it. I don't know. Maybe DJ
But-
Zone would like to have a Christmas tree.
My dog would fucking choke on the pin needles because he's an idiot.
But he's so cute.
He's the cutest little idiot.
I love him so much.
He is pretty great.
He is.
When
He
does
chokes
your
on like, oh.
when does your mom put up her Christmas tree?
My mom?
Like December 1st.
Both moms. My mom's dead.
When did she put up her Christmas tree?
Probably a tree growing on top of her.
Bars.
Oh my God. Like she keeps it up year round.
Nikki, when does your mom put up her tree?
She normally does after Thanksgiving.
So your moms are both
She's got
pretty
a
much the
spinning
same.
one. It's cool.
Spinning Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's really cool. It
That's
spins and the
expensive.
lights go to the music. Plays like Christmas music. And
I feel like that would be annoying as hell. Tree spinning around 24/7, or
Why?
at least until you, because it's like
it's great.
I don't know. I mean, you have to have a spacious house for something like that. Usually, a tree is like in the corner or against the wall. If it's
Yeah,
going to be
as long
spinning,
as it's far enough away from the wall, like it's fine. She keeps it in a corner, and because she has like a half wall, and then like a kitchen counter, so she puts it there, and then you can see it when it spins, and you can see every side of the tree. So
You need
can
to see
all
every
of my
side of
baby
the tree,
ornaments
though.
and all my siblings' ones, and the popsicle stick ornaments I made with buttons.
I don't know. I just think it's too much. Just
I mean, when do you put up your tree? You have a kid. What do you do for Christmas?
I put the tree up and then somebody else decorates it out of my hands.
Somebody else? Who? Him?
Yeah, somebody.
Like, whatever you want on it, buddy. Go nuts.
That's what I mean. Pre-decorated tree.
I think Nikki's onto something.
I mean, it's a pre-lit tree, but as far as the decorations, there's boxes of stuff, and not my thing.
You're like, kid, if you want to have a special Christmas time, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Puts all the ornaments at the bottom.
Hey, I mean, that's actually the easiest thing because it's less work, right? Half decorations to take off. Easy peasy.
So I think I know the answer, and I know what I would do. But Nikki, for your pre-made tree, what do you do after Christmas? Do you leave it out for a while? Do you throw it away? Do you put it in a fucking attic?
No. For mine, this is it's like pre-lit and everything, and the bulbs are on it, but there's other ornaments that you add to it and such. But no, you just leave. I mean, I leave the ornaments on the tree.
When do you put the tree up, though?
Well, this year it was different, but normally I would put it up early, and I have left a tree up year round and decorated it also, like for different seasons.
What other season
Like
do you
had, like,
decorate a tree for?
I've done a St. Patrick's Day tree, a Valentine's Day tree. I've done
It's
an
already
Easter
green.
tree.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's just them.
I added
naked.
like a little leprechaun hat to the top and like hang coins off it and stuff.
I regret asking.
That's super Caucasian.
No, that's just fucking.
I'm sorry.
Nikki.
Let me go eat my unseasoned food as well.
That's not my people.
No, that's not.
just Nikki.
Unseasoned food isn't Caucasian. That's just terrible humaning.
I
But
didn't hear you.
I said unseasoned food isn't super Caucasian. That's just being a terrible human. But decorating a Christmas. Wait, why are you offended? You shouldn't be offended unless you're unhuman.
I'm a terrible person.
Do you not? Wait. What are you doing here? Do you not season your food?
No, I don't even use salt and pepper.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I do like cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese is not a season.
Season your what?
I mean, like I use like Lowry's sometimes, garlic powder, and that's about it.
Nikki,
But like I
right
don't
now,
even put salt or pepper like in my eggs or anything.
Nikki, right now, you're making everybody in the chat sad. That's
Boo is
basically what's
fucking
happening.
right.
Oh, chat! I didn't even have the chat open, y'all.
You don't want to open it because it's just a bunch of sad faces.
Yeah. It's just
No.
a bunch of pitchforks
I hope
and fucking
not.
torches.
I thought I was just making a
Oh my
statement
God,
that didn't
I love
apply to
that.
anybody here, and then she busts out with, "I don't season my food. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ!"
Yeah.
I don't.
That is a good callback, Jay, when she's like, barbecue's spicy. You're like, fucking what? Yeah, compared to fucking wet salmon with, water as a fucking seasoning.
Barbecue
Gross.
is spicy.
So hold on.
The opposite of spicy.
Nikki, if you bake some chicken right now, what do you put on that chicken?
I just put it in the oven.
You just put it in the oven, okay? You bake it plain. You take it out of the oven. You
And
just
then I
eat
eat
it
it with like some white rice.
with white rice. Okay.
That is the plainest
Or
shit.
like some like
You do great in prison. You're like, oh my god, these gourmet prison chefs. I wish I would have known sooner. I would have committed more crimes.
I mean, like I'll put like if I'll sometimes like do like lemon juice on it. Like that's technically a type of a marinade, right? That's seasoning it.
Is it laziness? Is it what?
Yeah.
I don't. I like plain things.
I am the king of eating plain things, but plain chicken with plain white rice is a little too plain for me.
It's the most depressing shit I've ever heard in my goddamn life. And I literally we do this.
And I wear and once.
Yeah. Yeah, we meet up with each other for 2 hours a week, and we've done it for like 2 years now. There's a lot of depression in there. This takes the cake. This is crazy.
I mean,
No, there's no I mean. This is crazy.
Concentration camp cookbook looking ass. Word.
Ugh.
Terrace the singer coming in with some zingers.
Yeah, no,
I
Liv can or Vulgar can totally
Nikki,
attest that I don't use salt. I use salt and pepper and cottage cheese. I use it.
That's gross. That's like the only time
else
you
do I
shouldn't
use it?
use it.
Why? It tastes better with it. I use salt on
and
popcorn.
pepper and cottage cheese.
I even buy like like the tomato sauce I buy is saltless. Like I buy no salt, no sugar, like ketchup and everything.
It's
Nikki,
like,
do you?
yeah, I don't like sauces, but I do put ketchup in my
I can make
yogurt.
it. I can make
What?
it.
Fucking what?
Wait, what?
All right. Hold on. Nikki, what's your go-to meal? What is like a favorite meal of yours that's not fast food?
That I would make at home.
I'm not saying that you would make, because obviously it might be super plain, but just that anybody that could make it or you could make yourself.
I love like chicken teriyaki. It's really good. I like a Mexican quinoa bake.
You
Really
like the
good.
most flavorful two dishes, and you
Where you just
eat
put a
your
bunch of shit
chicken
together.
plain. I don't understand.
Yeah,
So okay,
I
so
like plain chicken.
let me ask you this: you like chicken teriyaki? Why don't you get some
Mm-hmm.
teriyaki sauce the next time you make some chicken? Dribble it all on there, then cook it, and then eat.
Cook it with the sauce on it? That's wild.
How do you think they make chicken teriyaki?
I added it at the top, at the end.
Even that would be an upgrade. I mean, to be honest.
We're moving on. I'm done here. I'm over it. Fed up. Nikki, when are you putting up that Christmas tree?
I love
March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bird, you're going back home for Christmas?
I am. I'm leaving on Friday. I'm gonna go back to the great White North.
When you say Great White North.
Mm-hmm. The MAGA North.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
When they're saying "Make America Great Again,"
We're talking
it
about
was
Washington.
this town they were thinking of. Yeah. I'll never forget, like, I was never, political growing up, but I came home for, college break, or maybe just like a summer break one time. And there was a fucking giant Ford F-150 with a bald eagle, an American flag, and the fucking Twin Towers. I was like, this is, yeah.
The Twin Towers?
MAGA countries. Yeah. Never forget.
I mean,
oh, did you forget?
Kind of. I feel like that's one of those things that, yeah, never forget, but do we have to be reminded of it constantly? Like, people died.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, might be a hot take.
Oh my God.
This popular podcast of ours, don't want to get canceled here, but like, it's kind of like religion, right? Where it's like, oh, the cross is the symbol we want to talk about, right? Like the fucking the worst day of this man's life when he was hung up and fucking tortured. That's the symbol we want to put around the cross.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple jokes about that. Like, what if Jesus came back and he saw everybody had crosses everywhere? He's like, guys, I died on there, and you guys are using it like the symbol of everything. I guess
the worst day of my life.
Yeah, exactly, Terrace. It's a literal torture device that they used it. They put people up there, left them there for days. If they didn't die fast enough, they took a spear, came out there, jabbed them in the ribs, watched the blood drip out. It's like, no, we shouldn't be waving crosses around like, oh, Jesus, we love you.
When I went to Spain, very Catholic, right? There's actually a Catholic bar, straight up like full liquor service, beer, everything else, but like a bunch of Catholic trinkets kind of decorated like a grandma's living room. And it was just insane the amount of Catholic, knickknacks existed in this bar. The majority of them had very graphic bloody Christ symbols on it. Like I'm talking like with fucking a bloody hole in his side and shit.
Yeah, Catholics don't hold back on their Jesuses.
No.
But imagine if we started making like things that people died in or on as like symbols. Like imagine like you just walk around with a chain and then it's got like a gold encrusted hospital bed on it.
That does sound fucking styling. You with the hospital bed, gold, and the and ones. Come on.
Like what if somebody what if like I had like a crumpled up car and somebody's like, what is that? It's like, oh, that's how my grandpa died in a car accident. Rest in peace, grandpa. A little touch on the chest, whatever you do with the cross. Nikki, you not feeling that? No?
I don't think so.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
I'd go classic, like I'd go like guillotine or like
I don't think I can wear a guillotine because it hasn't been in use for maybe like 100 years. If I wear a guillotine,
that's something that means something to you, you know?
Yeah, it's got to have like a personal touch.
Like one of those stretchers where they have the ropes tied to their hands.
Like Rogue Jepsen, he could have one of those machine things like hanging around his neck where people like might get their arm ripped off or some shit. A welder.
I just came up with a brilliant plan. All right.
Uh-oh.
So forget rapping, forget podcasting. I figured out WCR's next money-making venture.
Ooh, I'm in.
Thank you, Terrace, for the inspiration. We buy two things. We buy JFK's signature, and we buy the bullet that went through his head. And then we put them together for a signed JFK bullet and then sell it at like a 10 times markup. Thoughts?
I feel like this
laser etch it in.
Because you put the two pieces together, that's Americana, baby. That's
I feel like this would only appeal to people like Cody Nash.
Well, he's like, that shit didn't happen, bro.
Wait, well, let me ask this. We're talking about JFK. Which bullet do you think is more valuable? The one that went through his neck or the one that went through his head?
I think the head, because you could still have little bits of brain, and that brain was kind of what made the words come out of his mouth for all of his life. So if you liked JFK words, they had to do with his brain that are on that bullet. And everyone loves a good headshot. Yeah.
I love a good headshot.
Yeah.
Nikki, are you a Marilyn Monroe fan?
Yeah.
Why?
That's one of the people that I found I'm related to. I actually have a Marilyn Monroe book right here.
Okay, but did a psychic tell you that?
No, I have it in my family tree.
Wait, is it like a cousin? Like, what is the relation?
Yeah. It's like a 10th cousin, but still cool.
Yeah.
This is getting out of control. You know, up until now,
I'm related to too, I think.
Up until now, I was like, oh, that's impressive. Nikki's related to all these wonderful people, some of them questionable history of witchcraft or slavery. But now you're like, oh, I'm also related to Marilyn Monroe. I've had enough, Nikki. You can't be related to everybody. The white power has to stop.
Well, there's like
13
people. There's like 13 people that came over the Mayflower. All of them fucked each other to make eventually Nikki.
Basically, I think. Because it's just weird because it's like my different lines of my family are all like roots of like.
But basically what you're telling me is you founded America. That's basically what you're telling me. You're like my family here, and we just spread our semen everywhere, and now we birthed America, right? That's what you're telling me.
Is that how babies are made? You just spread semen?
I'm related to 32, like either presidents, inventors.
That's insane.
Freemasons.
No,
I am from a family of Freemasons. That's one of my lines on my dad's side.
Freemasons.
I was talking to
my grandma was a seductress of the Order of the Eastern Star.
A what?
So
seductress.
What?
You say a seductress?
I think it's called the seductress. I have to look it up. It's how they have like the Masons. They have different different levels of masonry. It's like the female masonry. It's the Order of the Eastern Star.
why does anything that has to do with a female have to be like so sexual, seductress? Maybe they're just like
I think
a
it's
higher
something like
thinker.
that. It might be. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's something crazy like that.
Look, I'm just such an ally. I don't like
Grand
that terminology.
chapter.
Maybe you don't have to seduce them to get in their private little boys club. Maybe you can form your own club, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, Even that's kind of
Yeah.
sexual. Sisterhood of the Thinking Caps. How about that?
Signing the Declaration of Independence is hilarious. But not far-fetched, according to what she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Order of the Eastern Star is for the wives and daughters of the Freemasons.
Sounds like a
in
cult.
the day.
Not gonna lie.
But
I had did I ever tell you I got recruited, or some guy tried to recruit me for Freemasons?
No.
oh yeah,
Hear that story?
No.
I was
Uh-uh.
this is a few years back, maybe like 5 or 6. I was living in this giant apartment downtown, and I was maybe 2 blocks from my house walking. Some guy in a pickup truck kind of slowly like stops right next to me, and I was kind of like, okay, is this it? This is where I die, right? He gets out, he's like, hey brother, you live there? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, what's it like?
Was it Hulk Hogan?
Kind of.
Hey, brother.
Much smaller with much worse facial hair. But yeah, long story short, he's like, oh yeah, my wife just broke up with me, and so I'm looking for a place to stay. So if you like it, yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Oh, but also we've got this boys club in north part of the city. You should come check it out sometime. You seem like a really cool guy. And I was just like, that is the weirdest shit. Like, they have people roaming around in pickup trucks just being like, oh, by the way, we've got this men's club if you want to stop by. Mobile recruitment stations.
Hear me out, Bird. What if we individually drive around our cities and recruit people to our Discord?
I think there's easier ways.
I mean, this guy was just driving around trying to get people in a boys club that was local. We're global. Like, what if I just drive around Dallas and I'm like, hey, I got this Discord. You look like a cool person, random stranger that I just happened to drive 60 miles to go find. Why don't you log on to discord.gg/MikeCordolarms?
It's pretty much what I do already. Like, any conversation with any person in my life, I find a way to tie it back to Discord.
There you go. No offense, Bird. I mean, if I was circling around looking for some random stranger to pick up and recruit to my cult, I'm not sure that I would stop and ask you, because you seem like you would cuss at me.
Is it the backwards hat?
Yeah, definitely the backwards hat. You seem like a frat bro who would go off on me.
Yeah, I don't take no guff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I expect. Get out my face, bro, with that cult shit, bro.
Yeah,
that's the response I would expect.
That's why I smile so much, so people know I'm non-threatening, and not going to cuss them.
And until you allegedly are on the scene where a comrade poops in the sunroof.
I was just a witness.
Okay. I don't know if just a witness is like the easy path out there. Like, is it worse to be the participant or the witness in that scenario? I'm guessing the witness is better, just because of the act.
Less mess.
Like, you have to climb up there, get in position, aim. It has to be a clean break off, right? Because then it's like, well, dude, you just pulled up your pants and you didn't. You have to know that that was a clean break off. I'm good to go.
You're gonna still have some poop on that butthole if you pop a squat in a sunroof. You're gonna have a poopy butthole for sure.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah, it's way worse that way.
Yeah, you have to have done that before, because you have to aim. I don't think anybody is used to aiming at a hole other than a toilet they're already sitting on, right? Unless you live in one of those countries where that's like the normal poop behavior.
That's true. I just love the randomness of it. Like some stranger came out, found a dookie in their car that, you know, had the sunroof open. They're like, what the fuck? And you know there was somebody that came to their mind. They're like, fucking Greg. God damn it.
I wish is Smoking Latte still in the chat? Because here's the thing that I'm wondering. What is the insurance claim like on that? Like, hey, Allstate, it's midnight, 12:30. I just came back to my car after the night out with my friends. Open the car door, something's pretty foul in there. Turn on the light. It's a steaming piece of shit on my center armrest console. Like, what is the receptionist? What is the receptionist response at midnight o'clock to a steaming pile of shit in a random car?
Like, I don't know that that's covered, man.
Why wouldn't it be covered? Like, it's got to get cleaned.
I mean,
what do I just wipe it off?
I would be like, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
You got jokes. Oh, didn't you just make the customer angry? He's like, I paid good goddamn money for this car insurance, and all you got is jokes. This is serious.
There's one thing I know about insurance companies is they'll find any way to not do what you're paying for.
Yeah, they'll be like, how do we know it wasn't your feces? How do we know you didn't shit in your own car?
Yeah, you're a fraudster.
Like, you could take a picture of anybody's shit. It could have been your dog's shit.
That's true.
What do you want us to do? Pay for
the assessor comes out to assess it.
Oh, imagine you have to leave it in there for a day until somebody comes in the next morning.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Jay. I mean, like, is there really any damage to that? Like, no, it's just kind of gross and messy. So it's like,
there's an odor.
I don't know.
It's like
oh,
a health hazard.
If you spill your fucking coffee in your car, what? You want me to pay you out for that too?
What if it fell in your cup in the cup holder and you like took a sip not knowing and you're like now contaminated with fecal matter in your guts?
Yeah, they call that recycling. Because you're just eating processed food.
I don't think that's processed food. I think that's waste. I think a processed food is still edible. I don't think shit is edible.
Is it really any worse than unseasoned chicken on white rice?
Touche.
Same.
Touche, my friend. We agree on this one.
Looks like you're drinking a White Claw.
It's just strawberry lemonade.
It does.
What do you guys think? I'm getting hammered here?
I wish.
As we talk about feces in the sunroof.
I love that you do that sober. That's just who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you partied. I think that
you party. You hung out with me for a week. I party hard.
I partied around you. You sat there and, side-eyed us.
Who showed up?
I got giggly on some wine.
Who showed up from Walmart with about 6 different Nerf guns?
I mean, there's different forms of partying, I guess. And I was with you for that Nerf gun purchase. I purchased those Nerf guns.
Yeah. I'm like,
that.
you know what would be a good idea, guys? If I just came back to the house and threatened the person who was verbally assaulting me, aka Almighty VA, with these Nerf guns. I feel like that was a positive influence on the community.
Yeah, if
Those
only
Nerf guns were so much fun.
I still have them. And I sent VA his too, and then I sent Ness his. So everybody still has their Nerf guns except for Passive, I think. Passive gave me his.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Passive. I'll put like what medallion will I get? Like a Discord server?
get a goofy fisherman's hat.
Oh yeah,
that's the one.
A goofy fisherman hat with a flannel blanket wrapped around my waist. What was up with that? Why was he doing that?
Yes,
one
the Afghan and Crocs.
I know it was cold in the theater.
It was cold. I literally watched videos. I watched all the videos from Texas the other day just because, like, I laughed so fucking hard at the video of him walking around in that.
It was cold, yes, but cold enough to just wrap a random flannel blanket around your waist? No, I'm not rocking with that.
He wore it like a towel.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm half naked.
With like a fireman's jacket on over it.
I would have given him my robe in an instant if he said, hey, Dice, I'm a little bit chilly in this very nice mansion that we happen to be occupying. Rather than me putting a Afghan blanket around my waist, could I perhaps borrow your already suited for this purpose robe? Sure, passive the rapper. Take my robe. I have plenty of hoodies and sweatpants because that's all I wear year round. That simple exchange here, right? No, doesn't even happen. Motherfucker just finds a blanket, wraps around his waist, puts his Crocs on. Disgusting.
You know what's fucking disgusting? I was on a plane and luckily it was the guy in the window seat and I was in the aisle, but motherfucker had his shoes off. Who takes their shoes off in a plane? It's not your fucking living room, bro. You know?
Which is worse? The shoes off or the feet on the armrest behind you?
Ooh. You mean that come through to your side?
Maybe they don't come through, but you can definitely feel the presence of somebody's toes tickling behind your elbows.
I don't know that I've had that happen. I've felt it in my chair where people are like digging in. That sucks. So I'd say that because it more directly affects me versus just like, oh, gross. But crazy.
All right. What about the person always going to the bathroom? Like soon as the seatbelt, not even, but well, let me tell you about my flight back home a week or two ago. Plane takes off. We were a little bit delayed. Like the captain announces before we even take off, hey, everybody, just heard from another cool little captain of the plane. We're going to have some turbulence on the flight back. So the remain in your seat fastened in light is going to probably be on most of the flight. Cool. Everybody heard it. That, paid attention. Not even 5 minutes after we take off, motherfucker gets up and like walks to the bathroom, and the air stewardess is like sitting down, buckled in, and she's like, she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
you fall in.
Yeah, we're not standing up. What are you doing? And he's like, oh, I got shit. He goes in there. Like 3 motherfuckers did this with the light on, and it makes me wonder: are people just oblivious to this like safety rule, or do they just have to shit so bad that they can't help themselves?
Dude, turbulence scares the shit out of me. Pun not intended. But the last thing I'd want is to be in a vulnerable position while we're like rocking around and just like, That's
yeah,
crazy.
but I mean, even the simple practice of like, please remain seated until the unbuckle your seatbelt light is off, totally violated like at least 4 times on that flight. And I don't get it. Like one person got up with their kid. They're like, oh yeah, little kid, we can go shit in the bathroom while the light's on and everybody else is sitting down waiting for their, snacks to come through. Like, have you fuckers never been on a plane before? Is this your first time? Like, at least wear one of those little pins so I could see, oh, it's my first flight. Give me a captain's hat, you little bitch. Like, what the fuck? Sorry.
You'd make a great stewardess.
I'd be fired. I'd be that guy who's getting filmed by the passengers cussing somebody out. Like, listen, motherfucker, they don't pay me enough to deal with your shit. If you want to throw down, we could throw down 30,000 feet in the air. Let's go. I think the air marshal was about to be called for one person. I forgot what she was doing.
Sounds sexy.
Have you guys been on a flight where the air marshal had to get involved?
I had someone tell me they were an air marshal even though they weren't supposed to because I was freaking out on a flight.
What were you freaking out about?
It was my first flight ever, and it was like a 37 seat flight, and I was freaking the fuck out because we ended up having like to go over an electric storm, like a lightning storm, and go around. And I've flown like probably 10 times and had like 6 bad flights.
It's like we had to go around an electrical storm, and he's like, "Don't worry, miss. I'm an air marshal."
Yeah.
Oh, I was freaking out. It was actually a female. I was freaking out. Like I was like crying and like screaming, and I was like, this plane's gonna crash.
Oh my god!
Bird has a point, though. It's like
freaking the fuck out.
Like,
I was
don't
like,
worry, ma'am.
excuse and like they're like, can I this it was the person that was sitting next to me happened to be an air marshal, and they're like, you know, I think that you need to calm down. They're like, it's gonna be okay. Like, have you ever? I'm like, I've never flown before. I literally like left like indents in like the. I was like, like freaking the fuck out, like, because it was so bad, and like this teeny plane, because it was just me and you know, like they were literally next to me, and then there was one row of seats on the other side. Like, she ended up like ordering me a glass of wine. Like, she's
Nikki,
like, you know,
I feel like she
fine.
told you that because she couldn't decide whether she should arrest you or just leave you alone.
Yeah.
Like if I'm sitting next to somebody,
Well,
and
that's
they're-
what like, and that's she ended up like.
if I'm sitting next to you and you're freaking out, I'm like, put the cuffs on her right now. Make this easier for me.
And that's what she was like, genuinely like concerned, but like the stewardess was like right there too. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, I definitely think they wanted to arrest you, but they realized you weren't a threat, and they're like, just give her some fucking wine or some shit. Maybe she'll calm down.
Yeah, so she's like, and that's what she's like, you know, it's completely safe. Like, this is nothing out of the normal except for the storm, which is everything's fine, you know. Like, she's like, the pilot doesn't want to crash this plane either, is what they kept saying to me.
Whoa.
You don't know that.
Whoa. Red flag.
There's been plenty of flights where the pilot did want to crash the plane.
That's when, like, she's just like, you know, they don't want to, you know, crash either. It's fine. Like, they're not going
That's
to.
an insane thing to tell somebody. Like, the pilot doesn't want to crash either. Like, no shit.
And trying to calm me down. I'm like, okay. Like,
no, even
you guys
if
don't want to fly with me.
If I'm driving in a car with one of you fuckers and you say, well, you know, the driver
I
doesn't
get searched
want to
everywhere
either.
too.
Yeah.
I get searched everywhere too, every flight. So you don't wanna fly with me.
Yeah.
Every time I go on a cruise, I get searched. Every time I go enter or leave a country, I get searched.
What are you bringing in your bags?
Well, you know,
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Nothing. I've only had a couple things seized.
Nikki,
like by customs.
I think Jay is right. Nobody just gets.
But it was bullshit.
Nobody gets searched every single time just because. Bird, how many times?
Okay, so when you go into Mexico, you know. What?
Bird, how many times have you had a bag searched thoroughly?
Oh my God. Honestly, I'll be honest. It seems to happen every other fucking flight. And I'll tell you why. It's always the fucking contact solution or the fucking toothpaste. And when I say thoroughly, it's like my backpack, right? That you put through the scanner. And they're like, oh, I'm going to take this one to the side. And then they have to like squeeze the bottle onto a strip to prove it's not explosive. Motherfucker, it's eye juice. Fucking contact solution.
I feel like both of you need to get the TSA pre-check.
I thought about it.
It definitely will save you all of this black person.
Mine was custom stuff, and like another 2 times I got searched and got agriculture taken away from me.
Did they get you in trouble at all?
Hold on, wait.
I didn't get in trouble.
Nikki, what agriculture did you get taken away?
A flower and some rocks.
Nikki, you're on the list.
I am not on the list. Well, I was wearing a shirt that also said "fuck off" when I got searched, and they found the agriculture coming from them. I had a puppy come at me, and I had cookies, and I know it was the cookies. It was a puppy that they like pushed on me. It was Border Patrol. It was coming back from. It was in Jacksonville, coming back through the cruise.
Nikki, you're definitely on the list. Nobody gets agriculture taken away and then they just walk.
They did. They smashed it, and one of them was a necklace with a dead flower in it. They were just dicks. And then I got paraphernalia taken, but it wasn't used. Like I thought you could buy like a tobacco pipe, but apparently you can't.
Everything that you're telling me right now does not add to your case that you're not on a list. I don't think.
Let me walk through. I brought a pipe back from the DR. It was
Yeah.
two chicks. One was going down on the other. Yeah. Giggity giggity.
Yeah, and then Mexico, they have this freaking button you push and it turns red or it turns green, and guess whose turns red every time? And they go through, and then I got searched. One of my friends checked a bag for me, and that got searched.
Jeez, I feel like
because I forgot to declare something. So
I feel like I'm the white person here, and y'all
Declare
are brown skinned.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting real sick of being treated like I'm not a white. It's like, excuse me, sir. Are your glasses not on?
I feel like I have privilege all of a
Canada, they
sudden.
literally searched my whole car. I got searched because I had a toolbox on me. They're like, "Why do you need a toolbox?" I'm like, "Just in case my car breaks." Like, what do you mean? And they're like, "We're searching your car." And I'm like, "Okay." So I sat there for like 3 hours while they took like the panels off my doors. I'm like,
Yikes.
"There's nothing there." I hate going to Canada. I get searched every time.
You do have a mysterious face.
I'm telling you, Nikki, you're on the list.
The French Canadians always search me. I rub them the wrong way. I don't know.
What did you say to them?
Well, French Canadians
I
are
don't
the
know.
worst type of Canadian.
Whoa, that's a hot take.
No, it's not.
They're just
Everyone will
they
agree.
don't like Americans coming into Canada.
Why are
And
you
like
going
everyone
into
around
their
here,
country?
you go to Canada to drink when you turn 19 because you can drink in Canada.
And maybe that's the reason that they don't like y'all so much. It's like they know you're just coming over there to get wasted.
Oh yeah, I did it plenty. Vancouver Canadians, on the other hand, those motherfuckers know how to party all day, baby.
I like the Quebec.
Yeah, we got Windsor,
What is Windsor?
A tie.
Canada, right? It's like 5 minutes across the river here.
Oh, well, that's
You
like
go
hometown.
underneath the bridge.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
basically an honorary Canadian.
Yeah,
Yeah, I literally my cell phone service. I have to have international service because it bounces off Canada towers.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's some sort of like gray area where you could complain to your cell phone provider, like,
Oh, I do. I have. It's been hella charges, and it's just easier. But they do end up reimbursing me for it, like paying the extra for international, which actually works out because then I get like free international days. Like when I went to the Bahamas, I didn't get charged.
you got like a little Ashner international sugar boy over there across the border. Ping his cell tower.
No.
Sugar
no.
boy is a wild term.
Every time I've ever went,
Sugar
there
daddy
was-
is the traditional one, implies an older gentleman with money. Sugar boy implies
feel like-
a young kid sucking on a lollipop.
Here's the reason I went with boy instead of
That's
daddy.
fun.
I feel like Nikki's not that impressed with the older guys. I feel like if she met some young, like buff boy, she would be like, "Oh, hey boy,
Hey boy, come
what
boy.
are you doing tonight?"
I always normally date older.
Yeah, you date the older ones, but if you're looking for like a little hot fling,
I don't
you
got
get the
time for
pool
no boys. I'm a man.
boy. You get the pool boy.
Boom.
Bird, what would you do if you had
They
like a
don't know what
hot,
they're doing.
hot pool girl come over to clean your hot tub?
Banger.
Don't let her fall through your deck.
Yeah.
Let her fall on your deck.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be some hesitation in that response, but at the same time, I respect it.
No, it is truly just a natural instinct. It's girl, bang, boom, done.
Okay.
But that's just, in the search for the right one, right? Like, first you have to say, hey, come over, check out my hot tub, see, if the pipe is working the way it needs to, and then I'll give you my pipe, see if it's working the way it needs to. And then we can spend the rest of our lives together laughing and going to brunch and watching The Office.
Brunch is insane. That's definitely a Caucasian thing.
Nah, brunch is the best. Are you kidding me?
It's either breakfast
I
or
normally don't
lunch.
eat breakfast till about lunchtime. So,
Breakfast or lunch, pick one. Why?
but I
why
don't
do
eat
you-
breakfast that early, so it makes sense.
I don't eat breakfast either. I eat one meal a day. I eat dinner.
Well, that's wild. But also 11 a.m. Perfect time to break open some champagne and orange juice, right? Get the juices flowing. Maybe you're at a bar top. Maybe you're drinking some
A Bloody Mary.
Pilsners. You know,
11 a.m. is lunchtime. That's right when you start making lunch. It's
you
not
wouldn't
brunch.
fucking know, Mr. Dinner. Fuck, you know about any other meals?
I know logical sense, and I feel like calling something brunch just because you can't fucking decide between breakfast and lunch is stupid.
Look, I didn't come up with the term. It's a very common term. I'm pretty sure it's in the dictionary.
Yeah,
it's
but
it's a phrase.
You're furthering the stupidity by going along with this stupid mimosas at 11.
No other time exists other than 5 p.m. Who cares?
What? What does that have to do with brunch?
Like, all times matter, Dice. All meals matter.
Well, you confused me there, but I'm with it. Okay. All right. I know what I wanted to tell you guys. So in my travels, I had an interesting conversation about the Appalachian Mountains.
Go on.
And a colleague of mine was telling me about how he had to work in these small little communities up in the mountains. So he had to like drive out there and do his little job, and acknowledging how all of the residents of these small communities looked so similar.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki, are you
I
following
know where
what
this is going?
Nikki, are you following what I'm saying?
I don't know yet.
Johnny Knoxville did a documentary on this very thing, but go ahead.
So basically, it was like they were going out to provide medical services for these people because they obviously did not know how to procreate outside of their town boundaries.
They're so fucking incestuous, yeah.
Oh.
A bunch of incest babies that turn out retarded, and then they have to be taken care of by the government, because they can't take care of themselves.
So I was wondering, would you guys ever live in the Appalachian Mountains?
Fuck no, for many reasons.
What's your main 2 reasons?
Incest.
The mountains, and it's cold.
Look, here's
Wow, I'm glad Nikki's okay with the incest as not a top 2 thing to not live in the Appalachians.
Look, comedy scene's garbage. Local breweries, craft distilleries, garbage. You don't have them. You have fucking maybe some moonshine distilleries, which, okay, cool. But you're too busy banging each other, your brothers and sisters, to actually come up with any good, craft food or drink. So there is nothing to do except for fuck your siblings. Nothing else. Or do prescription pills. There's that. Opioid epidemic.
I was literally about to say either that or drugs, because that's how it is up in like Iron County, Iron Mountain, and Northern Michigan, and BFE by the Porcupine Mountains and stuff. It's all meth and pills and heroin and other things such as cousins.
Yeah. What about you, Dice? Does that sound pleasant to you?
I mean, I feel like I don't have any family up there to be worried about, so I'd try it for a summer.
Okay, question for both of you. If you knew the person you were seeing was the product of incest, does that change your view of them? Does that change, maybe having a future? Could you marry somebody that was the product of their mom and dad, brother, sister?
Oh, I was like, what? Their mom
Wait,
and
what
dad?
did you just say at the end? Because you cut out.
Brother, sister. Brother, sister fucked, created a baby. They grew up, and that's the person you're
Our
seeing.
brother, sister, still thinking it's okay? Was it a weird situation? Is this child?
This is the only information you
trying to
have.
fuck their sibling?
No, this is your in this scenario. This is your significant other is a product of incest.
Has my SO also done that because it's something that their family does? That's what I want to know.
I guess
Is it
in
something
this
they believe
situation,
in?
no, because they're with you.
But in the past, that's what I'm like, is it
Wait,
something
are you asking if your significant other has fucked somebody else in your family and then you decided to still be their significant other?
Wait.
My question is very simple. It's just like, This person that you've been dating is a product of incest. You find that out later. Could you marry them?
It depends. Are they attracted to their own sister as well?
You're killing me.
That's what I want to know.
No, they're not attracted to their own sister.
They're an only child.
They were made from brother sister.
They're an only child.
Vulgar. I don't think I could. I don't know. Well, I don't want kids anyways, so it's like, it's not like I would be procreating, but like I don't know.
Yeah, they just be shooting up the club with
like,
no
your
consequence.
brother and sister, was it like a rape scenario, like of their parents, or are their parents, brother and sister, happily married? Like you're going to fucking Christmas and sitting with aunt, uncle, mom, dad.
That one.
Okay, then fuck no. Fuck no.
Nice.
Because then who knows if you turn into sibling, aunt, uncle, sister, brother.
Sounds like a good time.
This is sister brother Nikki.
I do it purely for the comedic aspect of sitting with the mother, father, aunt, uncle.
So you would continue the relationship just to get your type 5?
Do you call you mom, dad, or aunt, or uncle? What?
Just to be able to walk away from the experience and tell other people some jokes. Like, let me tell you about the one time.
And dunkle.
Let me tell you about the one time I met my partner's mother, aunt, father, uncle. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. I don't know the proper terminology. I would do it purely from the comedic aspect, but I mean, it doesn't have to be a long-term thing. It's not like you say the scenario doesn't say you have to live the rest of your life with this person.
That was my initial question. Could you marry somebody who's in
with their sibling at the same time while they sleep together?
The original question was, could you marry someone who is inbred?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, they're still a person. They might have a great personality. I don't know.
I don't know if you got a dunkle. If you got a dunkle, I might be out.
Dunkle.
It makes the family reunion much more interesting experience.
Oh God, the family reunion probably be smaller.
Yeah. Like less people to deal with. Like think of it like this. Like instead of Nikki's 800 family members that you have to buy Christmas presents and birthday gifts for, I just got 3. I got the significant other, the mom, dad, uncle, aunt situation, right?
A month.
Dating somebody like Nikki, family-wise, would be the biggest nightmare of my life. I'm not even talking about the chaos and the fucking,
you would never
plain chicken on white rice. I'm talking about just like, oh fuck, we're going over to whose house? And how many others are there? Yeah. How many people in your immediate family live within 5 minutes? Fuck no.
It would drive me crazy because I feel like I couldn't pick one of them.
Nice.
It's like, is that one available?
And the answer is always no.
Yeah, it's always no. It's always no.
I know.
Just drive me to each one of the houses until I find one that's available and free.
I've got some rocks for you.
Nikki, does the rest of your family like rocks?
Some of them.
What do you mean some of them?
I can't hear you. I'm breaking up.
Can you quantify some of them?
Some will go rock hunting with me. Well, probably like a third of my family would rock hunt with me. Jesus Christ, that's if you were any other person, I would say okay, that's a decent amount. But like we're talking like at least 10 to 12 people here, right? I could probably get 10 people in my family to rock hunt. Yeah.
Well, and these are also people that I'm guessing they're not as passionate about the rock hunting as they are just spending time with Nikki. Yes.
Yeah. Well, some people are rock hunters. Like my dad used to take us to quarries and stuff to rock hunt. So,
if I ever needed any more proof that Michigan's a piece of shit state with nothing to do, there you go.
There it is.
You want to go pick up some rocks together? No,
We have
I've
cool
got a whole
products.
city full of events and fun things to
I
do.
mean, like we do other things too. Like we'll kayak while we like rock hunt, or like we do the waterfall trips while we rock hunt. You know, we go look at the waterfalls. There's the bear farm, stuff like that.
A
A
bear farm?
farm? We said that at the same time.
What?
A bear farm?
Yeah, there's a bear farm. Yeah,
You
up
say,
in the
okay,
UP.
Mickey, you keep doing this thing where you say these outrageous things as if they're normal in the rest of society. A bear farm. Please tell us more what happens at a bear farm.
Yeah, they just have all the bears in like a general area, and you can feed them and go see them. It's like a reserve.
The bears are farmers, Dice. They they harvest vegetables. They till the land with their sharp
They do.
claws.
Okay.
By the way, Berenstein Bears.
They do.
That's what it is. Berenstein Bears. I don't give a shit.
It's Oswald
Who?
Berenstain.
Yeah.
Berenstein.
Did you read those books, Nikki?
I did.
Which one was your favorite of the family?
Oh God, I don't remember the names of them. That was like
not-
fucking 30 years ago.
I'm not asking you to remember the names. I'm just asking which family member was your favorite. There's 4 of them. Pick one. Oh fuck. Bert, which was your go-to bear?
I mean, I feel like I was the boy kid.
Brother
It
bear?
was like just a mom, dad, son,
Brother,
and
sister.
daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, the brother for me, because that's what I viewed myself as in this hierarchy
Dynamic.
of bears. Yeah. You?
Yeah, I go with the brother because the sister was kind of annoying. She was kind of like what's his name? Arthur's sister.
Mm.
Just annoying, always complaining about stuff, always in your business. Like any I almost said something sexist there. DW, yeah. DW was trash.
DW.
DW deserved all the bad things that ever happened to her in that series.
Yeah, I don't remember it that well. I just remember there was a Christmas one, and that was part of my Christmas traditions growing up, is I'd sit on the bed with my mom, fully clothed, reading the Berenstein Bears Christmas edition. Pretty fire.
Nikki, what was your favorite Christmas tradition growing up?
Probably sneaking down and seeing if Santa came yet. I liked peeking. I liked peeking with like, vulgar or whatnot. Just like how everything looked when you were a kid, like walking around the corner, like seeing if Santa came, like the lights and like everything. So like just still and quiet. I don't know that.
If you saw a glory hole, would you peek in it?
I have seen a glory hole and I have not peeked in it.
Okay, fair.
Wait, never mind. Well, my first thought was like, okay, well, is this just a fucking gas station bathroom? And you're like, uh-oh, what the fuck? Or is this like, a porn store where you're like, oh, what's in here? And you're just like curious, like, what's in this back room? Oh!
I feel like they have them. I feel like they have them at like the Lion's Den shops and such, like the trucker pit stop sex stores, like that are off the freeway and it's the only thing off the freeway.
How often do you stop at these places?
I mean, I've stopped at a couple of them.
I mean, is this like a frequent, like, there's the only thing around, or is this like, hey, they only have
like legit, it's the only thing around. Like there's some exits where like if you have to pee, you have to go into an adult superstore.
You're one of those person who goes on a road trip and you stop every time you have to go to the bathroom because you don't want to hold it, right?
I stop everywhere because I like to see things.
There we go. All right.
I'm the person that takes me 8 hours to go 4 hours. But I do like 16 adventures.
I feel like that's 14 adventures too many.
No, it's not. Like on the way, we'll stop at there's a giant, like up north, there's a giant cross in the woods. There's the bottle house. Like there's the mystery spot you can stop at. There's the waterfalls. Like, I don't know. There's always something cool. The Pickle Barrel Museum, like
I
stuff
feel
like
like
that. You know?
if you wouldn't visit a place more than once, that it's probably not a great idea to go out of your way to see it once.
Well, I don't normally go out of my way unless I want to go do something. Like I'll go out of my way to go to the Sulaks.
I mean, if you say you take an 8-hour journey to go a 4-hour trip, that feels like going out of your way.
I mean, I just plan to stop a couple times here and there.
A couple times, yeah. A couple times.
And when I see something fun, I stop. I like to have time to stop if I see anything. Like if I'm driving to like Tennessee, like fuck yeah, I am planning like a whole day of driving, even though it's only 9 hours. You know.
Would you,
Nikki, I got a quick follow up. So you're driving to Tennessee, right? You're on the freeway, and on the right side you see a sign for the world's largest ball of yarn.
I'm fucking stopping.
Fucking ball of yarn.
And I'm probably going to take home like a little thing or a magnet. I generally will at least stop to get a magnet from every state I go to.
You know, you can order those on Amazon,
like the
right?
US, so I can build the US full. But it's not the same.
I think it's the same. Pretty close.
I get memento hunting. Here's where I'm at. And I've realized this, you know, in my old age. I feel as if the pictures I can get from the internet are better than what I can see in person, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
there's a whole like series of reels on Instagram where it's like, here's how it looks on Instagram, and then here's how it's reality with a bunch of half-naked, horrible-looking people blocking your camera shot that you thought would look so cool because you saw it on the internet and you spent $1,000 to go there in person, only to not get near as quality of shot.
I was reading about like the worst kind of tourist traps, or like the things that don't measure up in real life that everyone kind of fantasizes about. One of them was the Great Pyramids in Egypt. Yeah, who didn't watch The Mummy with Brendan Fraser's like smoking haircut and just like punching mummies in the face and want to do that? 100%. But the reality is there's like, maybe a mile or like hundreds of miles in between you and the actual pyramids. You're not going in there and like, raiding the tombs. You're like spotting this from a super far distance with like Domino's and Taco Bell in the way of the view.
Yeah, and also one of the most famous things, Niagara Falls, is not as pretty in person as people think it is, because every picture that you see is from a particular angle of it, and when you and I think it's from the Canadian side also, but like when you go and you're going to like the regular tourist spot, there's like fucking buildings behind you and shit, and it's not all pretty and wonderful. Who steals from you? Do not stay where? What threats are you trying to warn us about, Vulgar Banshee? Hold you captive in taxi. You must be talking about Egypt, which I would say that's probably true about any.
Oh yeah, Egypt, I think.
Any country that Americans travel to that's not full of Caucasian. Yeah, if you go to Jamaica, same thing there. If you get in a taxi, the taxi driver is going to take you right to where his buddy works, selling knickknacks and bullshit, and he's going to be like, this is a good place, and you're driving around like all the tourist shops and shit, and you're like, I want to go over there, and he's like, no, the best prices are here. Take you to some shithole where some guy's selling some shit that they carved in the woods last weekend. Whatever. Could have walked to the better shops. But yeah, it's like that in most places that Americans travel to because we think we're so awesome and rich and famous. Punta Cana. That sounds sexy.
Punta Cana.
I'd like to go to some Punta Cana.
I went to Punta Cana and it was fucking fire. I liked it so much. Got an Airbnb right on the fucking beach. So good.
Where is that at? Mexico?
Dominican Republic.
Never been there.
Well, it's one of two places I can say I've been now.
Spain and Dominican Republic.
Those are the two.
You've been to Texas? You went to Austin?
I mean, you go to fucking everywhere in the U.S.
Isn't
Well,
isn't the U.S. such a great place?
Honestly, yes. I'm not gonna lie. There was a time where I was like, why would I ever need to go abroad? Because I have Texas, I have New York, I have Los Angeles. I got it all here.
Yeah, man. I know there's some people who like kind of like to shit on people like, oh, you need to travel international. Traveling in the US is not so glorious if you don't have a passport. And I'm like, you fuckers realize like the United States is pretty big, one of the largest countries in the world with the most variety of seasonal scenarios and landscapes, and would rival basically any country. I mean, you can go to Miami, you can be in a tropical storm. You can go to Washington, you can see like mountains and forests and stuff. Like it's
You can
so
go to Alaska, see fucking bald eagles everywhere and ice caps melting.
yeah. Go to the Grand Canyon, you can see desert and rocks and shit from millions of years ago. Like traveling across.
Michigan, you can see rocks.
No, we're not going. No, Michigan is not on the travel list. Sorry.
And beautiful
Not
sunrises
only-
and sunsets.
Not only does Michigan in general sound cold and kind of, meh, but to search for rocks, that's the last fucking thing I'd do.
If I was going to search for rocks, I would go to Nevada.
Michigan's beautiful.
I will say this. Bloomfield Hills and Beverly Hills, Michigan, kind of fire. I was surprised by their craft brewery.
The rich area.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of craft breweries here.
Bird is a fancy person.
Yeah, Bloomfield.
I mean, yeah, with like Washington.
They
sweatshirt.
own. I used to work for some people that own football league. They used to own a team. They opened up a baseball field here and started a league here, and they lived in Bloomfield Hills, and their fucking house was crazy. Their holiday parties were nuts. It was such a fucking huge house. That's where like all the really rich people here live.
Why did they fire you?
They didn't fire me.
Oh. Why did you quit?
It was a seasonal job.
Why didn't
I
you
was
like
the manager of the clubhouse, the VIP clubhouse in the ballpark, and I basically set them up and everything. And then I started managing another restaurant, just because like the off time and the I did train somebody too that ended up taking over for my spot. But the off season, like having to claim unemployment and stuff, sucked, and I made like $37,000 a year. Ass.
That's not bad.
Hmm.
I mean, I made like $24,000 at UPS.
For managing though, that's my thing. Is like for managing, no, I managed an entire ballpark. And there were so many issues.
I feel like you were fired. I feel like you
Like all
trained
the
your
food, all the beverage, stuff like that.
if you train the person that did your job in the other season.
Probably, but I ended up working at Clausen Grill anyways, and then I ended up working there and managing that place, and then left and started in pharmacy.
I'm proud of you, Nikki.
How do you
For
do?
what?
For
Thanks.
changing jobs.
You.
Yeah, for being you.
Aw, thanks.
Why did you put the hood on? What's going on? Are you cold? What's with the hood?
Who?
You. Yeah, you.
I like it. My hair's all crazy.
It's like the legend of Hoodie Mello. Whenever Carmelo Anthony was playing pickup ball and he had his hoodie on, he's like, oh, he's going for 60 this game. When Nikki puts her hood up, then it's like, oh, she just transformed into 10 times the festive, like extra festive.
Yeah, if I had to be around somebody 10 times more festive, I would probably puke on myself and get a gold medallion as a necklace with just a puke and tell somebody to wear that at my funeral.
You sure are grinching it up today, aren't you?
That's what I'm doing. All right. When next week is Christmas? Next Monday?
Sure is.
Are you
Yeah,
guys
so-
excited? Did anybody any of you guys got yourself something special for Christmas? What is your Christmas gift to yourself?
I'm kind of waiting to see what people get me, but I think I'll probably get some Ableton. Might get some beat making shit. And then D-Bird Productions 2024, baby. Tap in. Get fucking bangers made fresh out the kitchen, delivered right to your inbox. Only $100 for exclusive. Let's go.
Sounds
It's funny
disgusting.
because I pre-ordered Ableton 12 for myself.
That's where he got the idea.
I did actually.
Yeah, did you see that? It was so cheap. It was like $100 something. I got it like 50% off.
Oh, you obviously
Because
didn't.
I have the Ableton Live 11.
You obviously posted that and then got the fuck out of there because that's when Bird came in and was like, you know what? I should get that too. Right after you said that.
I haven't purchased anything yet. I'm hoping that we still get deals on it.
They'll have deals up until like Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah.
Well, I got myself this.
Oh, is this a masturbatory vest?
No, it's
You're like in the game and it's like shocks your nipples.
I mean,
It looks like a camelback, like you got a water.
it comes off the chair. I just have it on the chair so I don't have to put it somewhere. But it basically uses the bass from sound and it like vibrates. There's like 6 vibrating.
It is
like
a
a
vibrator.
Jacob phrased it as you're basically wearing a subwoofer, and that's what it feels like. So I can play music through it. I can watch movies through it. But I've been using it to play games. So like when I'm shooting people, I'm like vibrating and shit, and it's pretty intense. It's like a workout.
So one of the great things to do in Vegas, I did for a buddy's bachelor party. It was like 4 of us because, didn't have a ton of friends. But we went to some like small little sand pit with like little, boards set up throughout it and nets and stuff. It was like almost like a paintball thing, but way smaller. And the guns shot a laser connected to this vest that literally shocked you painfully if you got shot. It's supposed to feel like a gunshot, but then,
I want to do one of those like augmented reality game room things where you can like go in there and you can play basically like a whole room as they like virtual it out, and you can either shoot stuff or you have to like solve puzzles and jump around and stuff. My only dilemma is I don't have any friends.
Well, in Austin, they had Sandbox VR, which was exactly that. You guys should come to Austin.
You're not.
Next time I'm there.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Next time. Nikki, you got anything you're going to get yourself other than rocks?
Ableton.
Oh, that's right. You said Ableton. I guess I was
Yeah.
a little
Other
underwhelmed.
than that, I'm just working on building a portable studio. So
All right. Anything else that we need to cover this fine Sunday evening?
ourselves and peanut butter. Just kidding. Sorry.
Beg your pardon?
At least it has more flavor than what you normally fucking eat.
Like peanut butter.
Yo, hold on. Now that you mentioned that, Gray Baby, fucking disgusting, said that she eats peanut butter and jelly tortillas.
Interesting.
I want everybody to go on the Discord and publicly shame Gray Baby for eating such a miserable meal instead of using slices of bread like a regular human being.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it.
I feel disgusted by it. No, I feel disgusted by it. Like, it's
in
flat.
theory, shouldn't it be the same?
No, it's not. The tortilla.
I mean, as long as she's not doing like tomato basil tortillas or some shit.
I mean, I can rock with that, but peanut butter and jelly, like, fold up a tortilla? No, get some bread. Shame on you, Gray Baby. Even though I know you're not going to watch this back, but I want everybody to go in there and let her know I said shame on you, Gray Baby. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
Are we doing a podcast for Christmas Eve?
I'll be on there.
I won't.
I more than likely won't either because I'll be at Vulgar's.
I'll stream by myself then. I'll probably play some Lethal Company or something. Maybe me and Big Sexy Dez will be on.
What the fuck is Vulgar? What is this company? Bad Company?
Lethal Company? Oh, it's like a survival horror game where I played with Rogue and Smoking Latte yesterday. Basically, you get on your spaceship and you're supposed to go to these different moons and collect things and then sell it. But as you're going into these abandoned buildings, which it has different weather conditions. So like one time we landed and it was completely foggy, couldn't see shit, but we couldn't afford flashlights. So we're just like walking around in the fog. Other time it was raining and it was flooded. And I had to watch Rogue and Smoking Latte. They're like, oh yeah, we can walk through this water. It's not that deep diced. I'm like, the black in me was like, I don't know, guys. You milks seem confident about it. I watched their bodies like sink into the water and then float back up to the surface. And then another time we were in this abandoned building and then like we were walking down the stairs. We had collected a bunch of junk. We're like, oh, hey, we're going to make a whole lot of money. And then Smoking Latte like died. Something killed her on the stairs. And me and Rose freaked the fuck out and we ran out of the building as fast as possible. Oh, and another time Smoking Latte died. We were exchanging our junk that we found, and we were like, "Oh man, we're gonna make so much money." Smoking Latte standing there, all happy-go-lucky, and then an octopus tentacle reached out of the shop, blood splattered everywhere, and then Smoking Latte shovel laying on the ground.
Is this computer only?
I believe so, yeah. But I highly recommend.
Seems like they're out there.
Yeah, I highly recommend. I want to play. If Smoking and Vulgar are going to play it,
Vulgar, be careful. If you play with Smoking, you might be closer to death than you would alone.
Yeah, I mean, I said it after Smoking left and me and Rogue played one last game, but I felt like Smoking may have been an unluck charm. I put a clip in our Discord too. Like after we bought some material, like I bought a flashlight, Rogue bought a flashlight, Smoking bought a shovel. And we were just talking amongst each other, and then I feel this thud in the back of my head, and I turn around, and Smoking's like, "Oops, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to hit you, black guy. Just assaulted me." Typical. So yeah, pretty fun game.
All right. Well, yeah, maybe one day I can.
Yeah, if you get the fuck off of Call of Duty, you can play with it sometime.
I'm not kidding you.
Oh,
I fucking played 48 hours straight. Like it's all I did this weekend.
So I noticed on the Discord every time I looked at your name, it said Call of Duty World War III or whatever. And I was like, maybe he left his PlayStation on.
No.
And he went to go eat something and came back.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to assume, but
no, that's me.
Okay.
I've just been a fucking smelly fucking shut-in, little cheetah finger fuck.
Like sometimes I get in those COD binges though, where it's like you're like, I just want to do better. But I play like hardcore deathmatch, and I'm like, no, like that was ass, and then I'm like, holy shit, now it's nighttime, or it's like 6 a.m. and I have to work in an hour. I've been playing Call of Duty for like 24 hours, like just one more, I can do better. It's so bad.
I did that the other night when I was talking with Jacob and he was watching me play Apex, and I kept dying, and I'm like, one more game, and I one more game, like 5 games, and then I was like, all right, I gotta go to bed because I gotta wake up in the morning.
I was up past 2 for Friday and Saturday, just yelling at the top of my lungs. I was like, I get very into it, and unfortunately, my skill level does not reflect how many hours I've sunken into this fucking game. Swear to God.
Well, but maybe one day you'll turn that corner and you'll knock him out of the park, buddy.
You're such an inspiration.
Thank you. Supportive. All right, but yeah, I'll probably stream next Sunday. Maybe I'll play a game. Maybe I'll just come on here and chit chat with whoever's available. I think Tuesday we're having a show, Tuesday show with the Very British People. Rogue, MCD.
Very British, eh?
Nils and Ryan, not to be confused with Ryan Seacrest. Wednesday, we'll review some music. Oh, also, so I have an interview that I did with Big Sexy Dez. I just need to edit that down. I'll try to have that uploaded by Friday. So be on the lookout for that. And then I still have Almighty VA's birthday footage that I just need to clip out the moments where there's stuff actually being talked about and not us just nodding our head to music. And then I'll get that uploaded as well.
And then you'll send us that talking later separately. Just kidding.
What talk thing? Which talk thing?
You said the things that you can actually post, the juicy stuff. You got to send me and Deeper the juicy stuff.
Give me the juice. Give me the juice.
Give us the juice. We want to squeeze.
There you go. Juice right there for you. All right.
T-shirt.
Any last questions from the audience? Going once. Oh yeah, orange paint. Jacob, are we uploading it? Coming soon. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna say a date. Orange paint coming early January. Me and Jacob's project.
Woo! Paint yourselves orange in tribute.
Yeah. All right, I guess that's it. So we're gonna skedaddle. Oh look, Superstar O is online. Fuck that guy. I love that guy. What kind of emojis are those?
I love it. Love you.
Burgers or tacos? Terrace the Singer asks. Real quick, burgers all day. Specifically, teriyaki, actual hamburger patty, teriyaki, and mayonnaise and cheddar cheese with lettuce. Boom. Bonsai burger from Red Robin minus the pineapple slice.
This is tough for me because I'm through and through a burger guy, but I've recently come to appreciate getting a family platter from Rose's Cafe where I can make basically 50 tacos with this big ass plate full of ingredients that they provide you for like $25. And I can go to Burger King and pay like $16 for just a Whopper and fries. And I'm like, man, unlimited tacos or one burger, which I'm torn. Because the burger, it tastes so fucking good, but at the same time, like making 8 tacos in a day is awesome.
You got to be prepared. You got to be like hungry for a burger.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you, Nikki? Burgers or tacos? Go.
I like tacos. I like the puffy tacos.
What do you mean puffy tacos?
When they like deep fry the shells, so then they're like puffy shells. I think they're fried. You never had puffy tacos?
No, never in my life. Never will. Don't judge me.
Oh. Well, they're good.
I'm picturing like the cheesy gordita crunch from Taco Bell, and now I just kind of want that.
I kind of want tacos.
Kind of.
I kind of want a burger or tacos. I think I'm going to leave the house after this.
Deep frying the shell like that makes it like super light and crispy, like and it puffs it out. It's really good.
I don't like crispy tacos. I like mine.
Look it up. Look up puffy tacos.
Like mine soft, like vaginas.
Look up puffy tacos. It's like how an elephant ear, that type of flaky, melty crust.
Ah, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, flaky, melty vagina doesn't sound appealing.
To you, maybe. Uncultured swine.
Wild.
Rather be uncultured swine in this case.
I'd rather have a melty ass vagina right on my forehead.
I should have ended the stream right there. All right, we're gonna get out of here, and I'm willing to bet 2 out of 3 of us are gonna either get burgers or tacos after this.
Yeah.
I got Little Caesars in the fridge.
Damn.
Gross. All right. Until next time, gentlemen, they, them, and gentle girls. We'll see you all on the flip side or in the Discord.
Manties, dunkles.
Manties and
Keep your kids away from us, except for Dice.
I'm not upset by that. You can message me anytime you want. Later, folks.